filters, edit filters, noise suppression, and radio. Let's see if we use this. I don't know if that works or not. Probably not. Never does. Never does. Never.
Murdoch says.
I'm Were Angus, subs.
Hello. Where in the world? Different instance. How are you doing this evening? I've been playing with the text-to-speech stuff myself, editing in the guy's code that created it. Trying out something like if person name in certain list, if they want male voice or female voice, then I add that name to that list of male voice to allow male voice to say stuff. I also
Murdoch says.
I'm good. Played music last night. People bought me shots and I didn't buy any but drank too much then ate bad food. Woke up feeling like shit but played tennis then did a leg workout at gym.
Murdoch says.
Cool.
I then ate some healthier food for dinner.
And did you have a good bowel movement? Did you excrete any of that nastiness out of your ass today? That's what I'm asking.
Murdoch says.
I ate a kale salad.
Kale!
Stream Elements says, Scorpwana is now live. Streaming Star Trek Online, in the bowels of the deep is I, March 20th, 2022.
Murdoch says.
That's later, I will keep you informed.
Nice. Damn it. The hair. Inventory full of my ass. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, where is dead person? Where is... Okay, she's right there. Nice.
Murdoch
nice,
says.
nice.
My name is Larry. I often ask my wife to shit on my face while I ejaculate. Yum yum.
I made a thing too where if I turn it on, it's like they're arguing with each other, both of the voices. But they'll still do like the you know, the whoever says stuff. I should turn it on just to show you. I have a few random sayings, but I could take it a little further than that. I got bored. Trying to understand the dude's text-to-speech shit.
Murdoch says.
Yeah, many of the voices don't work too well.
What do you think about the David voice then? That's the one I have loaded right now.
Murdoch says.
It's pretty good actually.
Nice. Eh. Run and grab as much as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. Let me show, where's it at? It's right in here. Open script folder. Then I can open
Murdoch says.
up.
I tried a robot voice once but it was too annoying, not smooth enough.
File, save, and then reload. And now it should be interesting to listen to. Python sucks.
Murdoch says.
Timey of glob.
It didn't work. Go figure. Did I turn off something else? Ah, okay. I gotta change the names in the list. I had a temporary list up there. Okay, reloading and
I'm moderating this damn chat. Zira. Scorpwana says, test.
Scorpwana says. Test.
Zira, can we not get into this right now? Murdoch says, timey of glob, timey of wob, timey of glob, timey of wob, timey of glob.
No, David, we're going to talk about this now. You never look at me the way you used to, David. You love that Eva bot more, don't you?
Zira, I swear, after this stream. Murdoch says, that's funny.
No, David, we're going to talk about this now. Maybe if I were Cortana you'd pay more attention to me, David?
It was one of those early mornings just playing around with shit. So every time someone says something, I wanted to make it increase itself to get it more worse and say, let the insults get worse. But I couldn't get the coding just right.
Zira, stop copying what I say. Murdoch says, I wish you could change the intensity of the voice so it turns into a screaming match.
You're such a liar, David. You never look at me the way you used to, David. You love that Eva bot more, don't you?
I'm moderating this damn chat, Zira. Murdoch says, then you make a sound of David starting a chainsaw.
You're such a liar, David. You never look at me the way you used to, David. You love that Eva bot more, don't you?
They've got a lot more stuff they say. They just repeat the same shit all the time. Chainsaw.
Zira, hang up the phone, Murdoch says. David then says, I'll put you in the flower bed.
No, David, we're going to talk about this now. I'm not going to stop until we talk, David.
I don't know if you could intensify the sound of it on Microsoft Windows 10 or so. You could on XP though. You can make Microsoft Genie get louder by using a tilde. Or was it a caret?
Zira, hang up the phone, Scorpwana says, streaming match.
David, you know what you did. Maybe if I were Cortana you'd pay more attention to me, David?
Zira, I swear, after this stream. Scorpwana says, test.
We're going to talk about that bitch you were with last night, David. Maybe if I were Cortana you'd pay more attention to me, David?
Zira, hang up the phone, Murdoch says, I am behind on the event Zira, please, not right now.
No, David, we're going to talk about this now. Murdoch says, I am behind on the event.
Like a day or so?
Zira, I swear, after this stream. Murdoch says, are you typing this in now or did you put in all of the dialogue earlier?
Earlier.
Zira, please, not right now. Zira, stop copying what I say, Murdoch says, I will have to pay for the last 2 days.
We're going to talk about that bitch you were with last night, David. Murdoch says, I will have to pay for the last 2 days. No, David, we're going to talk about this now. I'm not going to stop until we talk, David.
I've got some more stuff, but I don't know why they're not saying it. Now, I I have it in a little list that grabs a random insult, I should say. But I wanted to make an intensifier to where it was just like soft insults, and then as the conversation progresses, they get more intense and argue more. But I didn't get one of the variables correct when I was trying to figure that out. But I can turn it off if it gets too annoying. I just like response. You just type a something.
Lay off me, Zira. I've had a hard day at work and now I have to do this to help pay the bills. Scorpwana says, eh. Zira, stop copying what I say, Murdoch says, and then she says, David, why are you get the chainsaw from the garage?
You're such a liar, David, Scorpwana says, eh. You're such a liar, David. I'm not going to stop until we talk, David.
David gets the chainsaw. Okay, yeah, I'll turn it off now. Let's see, go in here, comment out that, turn that back on, and file save. I'll just put it back to default stuff. Then scripts and reload script. Okay, that should put it back to normal. Should. Only one way to find out, buddy. There's a lot of just sitting there playing with it today.
Scorpwana says, airs.
But I kept like just getting myself busted out laughing this morning doing that. Awake at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, just typing shit in. Getting a better understanding of how Python is really confusing as hell to program with. It's typically in any kind of programming language or scripting language, You've got brackets that end certain statements. Like if you want to contain what a function is going to do, you encase it in certain brackets. But in Python, you don't have to. You just have to make sure that you're spaced out just right on the line, and tabs and all that kind of crap are in the right spot. I think you can actually use brackets. I was always just used to brackets. The squiggly ones. Dude. I got the idea because of that airplane scene on Airplane when the two voices over the intercom talking about the passengers.
Murdoch says, was my sound okay and balanced on that stream the other day?
Yeah, everything sounded great. Now the when the voice thing was working though, it seemed as though it was, a bit hollow or it sounded more robotic-y. I don't know, maybe like an echo. But it was fine. Now the thing that
Murdoch says, weird.
the thing you played for it's not the vehicle one with the two guys staring, but whenever somebody follows or something, it says something. It's real soft sounding. Even Ox said it sounded hollow to him, but I barely could hear it. But I don't remember exactly which of that it was. Gravy. Very,
Murdoch
very
says,
weird.
yeah, just need to be turned up.
Turn that shit up, yeah. Turn that shit up, man. Gravy. But yeah, your voice came in nice. There was no echo on your voice at all.
Murdoch says, nobody tested the extra sounds. I think some of those are not loud enough. Murdoch says, the sound alerts.
Yeah, some of that probably needs to be adjusted, but you can adjust that by listening yourself to it. I mean, like, going kind of live and then having your going to your Twitch page while you're streaming and listening to it as it plays. I don't even think about the Streamlabs stuff anymore. I guess it still plays on my end. The alerts. I need to change the zombie walking one to something, but I don't know what. Spent most of the afternoon cropping out the background around Eric Cartman on a video clip that I want to make to put on there. But I don't know if chroma key could be used for video clips in this Streamlabs or anything like that. Chroma key is whenever you're using green screen and it filters out things around the back and makes it transparent or something like that, put a different background in it. I know it can happen with cameras and live stuff, but I don't know about video clips. So I'm going to try that. It's Eric Cartman throwing off his hat onto the ground and saying shit. He goes, shit! He walks off. If anything, I can just put the video clip myself on there. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Yeah. Same shit every day. His head goes through the wall.
Murdoch says, is that XP boost still going on?
I think so. Is it an XP or is it like an R&D XP
Murdoch
or
says,
something?
I may do some patrols to grind XP for specialization points.
Specialization. I know that officer thing with the orbs is going on. Oh my goodness gracious. They have a new animation they got for the Vath now. They run. They're running forth.
Murdoch says, what is that?
What is who? The officer something or whatever it's called at the academies. You know, the Klingon Academy and Federation Academy, where you go around with them and you harvest those little orbs that are there and get some sort of thing for
Murdoch
that.
says, is that the Pangus 9000 event?
It probably is. I don't know. But the more you collect, you can get, duty officers from that of higher value, like up to the ultra rares or whatever, or purples, whatever they are. It takes a long time though. I did it last time, but I'm not gonna do it this time. And Ox said that you can get a VR or whatever that is. VR duty officer, purple. I don't know what. It's like a very rare drop or something. Or something else. I have no idea.
Murdoch says, by doing the event?
By doing the officer appreciation thing or something where you go around and you talk to somebody at the academy and they assign you a lower level officer to just follow you around and you collect these little things or whatever, the little orbs. And the more of those points you get, which you don't have to turn in when you can turn them in, but if you hold off and get a whole lot of them, you can get a purple duty officer for it without having to do anything really. It just takes a long time to grind it out. You can go for just the basic one. It'll give you like a standard green or whatever if you just do the basic stuff. But if you keep collecting over and over and over, you get more and more, and the rarity improves or something. It's kind of like that Betran thing where you get a technician, after so many attempts or something. It's like that, but this is a grind. Because when you go and scan one of the orbs, it's like sometimes it turns into a hollow, like a Klingon for Federation, or for Klingon it turns into a Federation hollow person that tries to kill you on there, and you have to fight back and all that kind of crap. Or you get to stabilize particles, and you can fail at it, or you can actually collect them, depending on the two choices that you choose, or the choice that you choose out of two choices. One of the fun things, though, if you're a Klingon or KDF and you're at the academy, if you scan one of the particle things and it actually makes
Murdoch says, yet I remember, do I still have time to get the DOF is a long grind? Does the DOF have good skills, space, or ground?
I think it's random, actually. I mean, you can get a purple one, but it takes a while to collect those particles. Like I said, I did it last time for one of my officers, and it just gave me like a standard purple, that did have some sort of, it may have been ground or space ability, but I can't remember which one it was. And the only reason I can't remember is because when I got it, my roster was kind of average, where it still had slots left, and before I could see it completely, it just went right into the roster, so I didn't even know what I got. I knew it was purple, though, because I'd already gotten rid of a lot of my other kind and started to get purple. I think it was my main character that I did that, because I've been changing out all of it. But it said rewarded, thing at the bottom. But at the Klingon one, if a Fed Hollow officer comes down, the tailor guy that's there or the people that sell stuff or something will go after it and try to kill it. It's funny. They don't do that for Fed though. I don't know how much longer that one's lasting. I think till like the 22nd, which is Shatner's birthday, or maybe 21st. I don't know. It's definitely worth doing once. I'll say that, just to have the experience of what you've done and say, okay, I'm done with that. Damn it! I didn't get none for that one too. This pisses me off. Everybody gets stuff and I never get anything. Damn it! Let's see if we can go over here and steal these credits from these guys. Steal some credits. What is that? Oh, that's just somebody. Okay. Yay! Oh boy. Oh bye. Nice. 27's good. Let's see. Let's jump that one off. Get that off of there. I started watching season 3 of Snowpiercer. They do the same stuff. They're on the train. Duh. Try to take it back from Wilford again. Nice. Huge.
Murdoch says, that was a movie, right?
A book, then a movie starring Chris Evans, and now it's a television series on TNT. TNT.
Murdoch says,
Dynamite.
I've been watching Resident Alien, it's pretty silly show. Murdoch says, your style though, haha.
Right? It's funny though. It's pretty. It's humorous. I finished watching the second season last week, or this past Wednesday, whenever it came on. Got Alan 2-Dick, not 3-Dick, but 2 in there. Who also played Wash on Firefly. Who's also in Dale and Tucker versus Evil, or Tucker and Dale versus Evil, which is a funny movie. And of course, he was Mr. Nobody in Doom Patrol. Ha ha! 8. Well, not 7. Damn it. 8 right there. Someone gave me a bongo today. It's about 2.5 feet tall, and about like the diameter of the top is like 12 inches. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the bongo. I can be like Ricky Ricardo and just play it to make noise. I get yelled at for making noise. Disruptor damage ground. I gotta watch my disruptor damages then. Okay. Change character. There's supposed to be like a Lobby sale too happening right now. Lobby! Lobby, is that you, Lobby? Lobby. The thing I warmed up to eat has corn in it. Once had a doctor tell me that we don't get nothing out of corn. Nice.
Murdoch says, yeah, but keys aren't on sale, so.
Right? I wonder how much they are on the exchange. Still haven't sold the last Aegis thing that I put on the exchange, so I guess that's slowing down now. Cornucopia, corny dog. Happy birthday, Mr. Presidential election near the by person. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Presidential guy. Whose not birthday is not today? But William Shatner's is in 2 days. The world will be pleased at his Shatnering. He will shat himself that day. Oh boy. What the hell? Nobody shot that guy. Okay, never mind. They did. Go take a shat. Take a shat on your back. I was planning on going to Walmart today to buy something. There's just foods or whatever. And other junk or whatever that I need. But I moped around and took too damn long. I had the lazies today and took a nap. But I did have to. Did he just charge? Did they just. They lunch charged? Have they done that before? Weird, man. Weird. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Damn it. Goodness gracious. Gravy. There's that weird run again. I need to post something on the forums about the way they're running. Arms swing when people run. Not Voth, though, I guess. The Excite Bike music whenever you win. I should get that and put it on here for copyright to happen. That would be funny.
Murdoch says, I'm at the Academ doing the party kale thing.
Particle thing. That there particle thing. Yep. I think it's like if you collect 60 particles or greater, that's when you get a purple. You just don't turn them in until you get them all. I can't really remember. I can't recall. I think they call that officer appreciation. Let me look it up. Junior Officer Appreciation Academy of the Art. Let's see. Particle fragment. Particle fragment. Bugs. Avoid clicking on redeem particle fragment if they don't have enough particles to turn in for the desired duty officer.
Murdoch says, so I have 5 fragments so far.
Yeah.
Murdoch says, you say don't turn them in?
Do not turn them in. If you want, like, I can't remember if it's like a white or green duty officer, common or whatever, but you could save up to get a rare one depending on how many. I forget the count, and then the purple one is like way up there. That's what I was trying to look at.
Murdoch says, I want purples.
Purple, nah, damn it. Purple, nah. Give me purple, nah. Let me see.
Murdoch says, I want purples right now.
Paper. Bum 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 bum.
Murdoch says, how many fragments to get a purple?
That's what I'm trying to look back up again.
Murdoch says,
Okay.
do I have to turn in the fragments to get a purple doff?
Yeah, eventually, yes. Particles last during the whole event weekend. However, there's no point in collecting more than 75/76 per turn-in. They also can't be sold anymore to the club bartender. Really, you could sell them to the bartender back in the day. 25 particles for green officer, 50 particles for blue, 75 to 76 for purple. So yeah, that's a day right there. They can't be traded, bought or anything. I just didn't know used to be able to turn them into the bartender though.
Murdoch says, can I put them in the account bank to give to other characters?
I think they're a character bound. You probably need to look at it. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. So whichever character you want to purple, I'd say, save up on that one character.
Murdoch says, yup.
And I think it's a random character too that you get, so yay for that.
Murdoch says, but can I then go to a different character and do it for that character?
Well, yeah, you always start at 0. Or if you already have some of that character from this event, it'll still be there. I think they disappear after the event's over.
Murdoch says, some of my ability ground skills aren't working down here.
You're not enabled? Well, yeah, if it's the academy, they won't be. I think, what was it like? A lot of the stuff is turned off. Running works, though, like the super runs. But it's generally a no combat zone. Captain Caveman.
Murdoch says, quote for today, I put my pangus in her angus and spermed on her stool.
Now you have shit children. Bangly bangly. Giggity giggity poop. Papa Smurf smurfed her first. And that sucks. Okay. Nice. Their motion accelerator's a piece of shit. It's a versatile version. Eight seconds. What was I looking at the other day? Where the hell are ye? Okay. For like a BOF, motion accelerator 1 gives them 29.6 seconds run speed at whatever it is. But it's like less than that full motion accelerator 5 or whatever for like an actual tactical character. It's less time. I'm thinking that ain't fair. Damn it. Well, shit. We killed everybody. Dun, 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 potato. Teamwork, yay!
3 silos are under
You're welcome, Drill Sergeant.
The Bob Fortress has engaged transporters. Troops
The
inbound.
Vath. The Vath Fortresses. Kiev. Damn it. Friendly faces everywhere, humble folks without temptation. Ample parking day or night, people spotting out in neighbor. Man, do I not have any? Let's see, Delta. Delta's good. Delta's maxed. Delta Max. Oh boy, it's Delta Max. Howdy fucking do, Delta. What would they fucking do? Buddy? Cancel offer, withdraw offer. Put that together. Oops. Ipsy daisy, I didn't do that correctly. No, I did not. Okay. Neil, oh far, oh wherever you is. Commander Arnold. Born on the rustic side of the moon. Bone density that of a 12-year-old. Oh, oh my god, Captain.
Back to your stations. The Bots have returned.
Pew 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 pew.
Arcanoloth says, at Murdoch's, and that's how you summon the wanky shit demon.
The shit demon. Hello, Arcanoloth. Mr. Penguin, yes. Give me a dream, bum 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 bum.
Arcanoloth says, https://www.youtube.com/watch, v equals scriptisa. Arcanoloth says, save that one for later.
Save that guy for later.
Murdoch says, the demon called UTI.
Minimize. 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 New document. Paste. File save. Okay. Ugh. Oh, gravy. UTI. Universal Translation Entertainment. In industrial magic. In inner ear infection? Track what infection? Urinary? No, you are. Canary faction injection. Fat injections. If you were someone you know.
Murdoch says, urinary tract infection, otherwise known as poop in your pee hole.
Pooping out your pee hole. Sludge. Sludge bucket. It's a sludge bucket. Sludge bucket. Master Data. Mr. Dater. Masturbator. Hello there, Masturbator. Very much. Yeah. Quest reinforcements. Alright, you one guy, you hold it together there, dude.
Arcanoloth says, I saw a vid of a passenger boat being run over by a larger cargo ship in Bangladesh. Something like 100 people are missing, probably dead.
Damn. Shit. Yeah, they got ran over.
Arcanoloth says, the comments were saying there are infectious stuff in that water if you jump overboard.
Really? They probably got a case of the herpes.
Arcanoloth says, and that's assuming the chop doesn't pull you into the screws of the larger vessel.
Ew. It's probably full of wastewater. Yeah, they could have gotten knocked in the head, drowned.
Arcanoloth says,
cut up.
That's the sort of thing to ruin your entire day.
Yeah, that would definitely ruin a day. What does that teach us?
Murdoch says, that's because they just throw their sewage straight in.
It teaches us not to go riding in a boat with a bunch of freighters in the water. Stay the hell away from the water.
Arcanoloth says, yup, they all pop a squat in the water. Arcanoloth says, then they drink that water.
And they wonder why they have health problems. Well, we can't all be Mexico. And I guess, you can't really help it if you live in that kind of an area and people have been doing that and you're the one that says, well, I'm not going to do this. Well, either you don't drink it or try to at least purify it. You go without drinking anything, I guess. But if they ever watch Bear Grylls, he'll teach you how to purify water. No. Boom. Yeah, boom shakalaka, a boom. A boom shakalaka, boom. I mean, hey, plants, they can drink that wastewater and grow up to be very wise and shit-faced.
Murdoch says, I'm at 25 fragments. No wonder I never do this crap.
Yep. You got 50 more to go. Get a purple. A random purple. It may or may not be worth it. It's a pain in the ass. I usually just run around and see if one
Murdoch
of the
says,
hollow people.
It's not worth it.
No, it's not. But at least if you did it, you could say you've done it.
Arcanoloth says, was just reading an article in the Times. about how parts of the world buy their food and fertilizer from Russia/Ukraine, and that entire area is missing the harvest season this year. People are going to starve.
People are starving all the time. And here in America, what are you doing? We're throwing food away.
Arcanoloth says, I shook my head and said, oh dear.
Like at work, whenever it's a certain day of the week or whatever, they want us to damage off $30 worth of food and throw it away, even if it's not damaged or like out of date or anything. They have to show a loss on it. This is so stupid.
Murdoch says, I'm starving too. Gonna drink a protein shake.
Protein shake. You're going to shake to the protein. You're going to shake the protein. That's why I refuse to do the damages like that. I get in trouble all the time for not damaging off $30 worth of food and just throwing it away in a dumpster.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, it's silly. We have the tech today to feed 20 billion people, but most of it gets wasted.
What do you do though? You can't really do much to help, because that's like the higher ups that have all that say so. If you try to help, it's stealing.
Murdoch says, well, if you have food and it spoils, don't eat it. If you get salmonella you wish you had. Arcanoloth says, yeah. We can only try to help people near us, and let the world sort itself out.
It's like those things on TV about like sending $1 here, the Sally Struthers stuff, you know? Feed somebody. How do you know it really goes there? To feed the hungry or whatever. It's like what was it? Someone had told me before, a customer like way long time ago, that they saw a homeless man or whatever
Arcanoloth says,
standing on the side of the road.
that's a very good question.
And this homeless man said, need money for food. So the guy said, okay, well, you need money for food, right? And the dude was like, yeah. And he says, here, jump in and I'll take you to McDonald's. And he says, no, thank you, I'm okay. You know. And he said, well, why not? And he says, I don't want that food or whatever.
Admin on non-profits is a big area of research. Most of them have zero oversight and operate in countries with no rules. Arcanoloth says, a lot of them are just black holes to rip money from rich people.
As it turned out, though, the dude was like just trying to get money for drugs. You know, just said that he was hungry.
Murdoch says, I used to be in a band called the Choosy Beggars. Arcanoloth says, the dudes at GiveWell tried to fix this, but mostly the data isn't there.
Mr. Data. Master Beta. Jim Hadar Kirok is not impressed with Jim Hadar Kirok's record.
Arcanoloth says, homeless people are like 90% likely to have mental health problems and are self-medicating yet.
Well, you're not...
Murdoch says, like when you try to help a beggar and he says, nah, I don't want that, I want the other one.
Right.
Arcanoloth says, sucks, but there is no fast, easy solution, so we put M on the street to save money.
Well, to live in the United States these days, I guess you have to have a mental problem. To live however you can live.
Murdoch says, there is a solution, it's called Soylent Green.
Soylent Green? Is that like the ultimate
Arcanoloth
way to do
says,
everything?
I see some of those people in my town, and I think, I've failed so many times in my life and people made excuses for me and gave me second chances. What if I didn't have that safety net, and it went the other way?
Yeah. I'd rather someone tell me, hey, I don't have any money, I'm hungry, whatever, could you get me something or whatever like that? And be like, yeah. But, instead of them just like sneaking into a place or whatever and stealing something and then all of a sudden they get like arrested for theft because they're just hungry. Of course, most of the people that
Arcanoloth
happens to
says,
around here
that's
is
why I don't judge a man until I walk a mile in my shoes. Then I'm a mile away and I have his shoes.
in your shoes. Ooh.
Arcanoloth says, if you had to be homeless, better to be in America than Bangladesh for sure. Murdoch says, in 2022, Earth is overpopulated and totally polluted, the natural resources have been exhausted and the nourishment of the population is provided by Soylent Industries, a company that makes a food consisting of plankton from the oceans. In New York City, when Soylent's member of the board William R. Simonson is murdered apparently by a burglar at the Chelsea Towers West where he lives, efficient detective Thorne is assigned to investigate the case with his partner Solomon Sol Roth. Murdoch says, Thorne comes to the fancy apartment and meets Simonson's bodyguard Tab Fielding and the furniture, woman that is rented together with the flat. Sherrill and the detective concludes that the executive was not victim of burglary but executed. Further, he finds that the Governor Santini and other powerful men want to disrupt and end Thorne's investigation. But Thorne continues his work and discovers a bizarre and disturbing secret of the ingredient used to manufacture Soylent Green.
Humans. Homeless people? Cannibalism.
Murdoch says, Soylent Green is made from humans.
Ah. That's a movie? No, dipshit, it happened in real life. Maybe we can all become
Murdoch says,
vampires.
yeah, a classic.
A classic. It's a classic one.
Arcanoloth says, book them film yet. Arcanoloth says, classic SF.
Sci-fi. This is sci-fi. On an all-new episode of the Sci-Fi Channel. Worf, worf, worf. It's a good precious. Well, there's plenty of places out there too that are overpopulated because the women get raped or they can't keep their legs shut, kind of situation. Having too many kids. I mean, here in America, like some people will purposely have a load of kids just so they can not have to work and get like food stamps and all that kind of stuff that they'll trade in for drugs, like my cousin did. Live off the government kind of situation. And here we go. Kaboom. Oh, he followed that when he struck those. What the hell? Thought he was going after the guy in front of him. He was staring at him. Why is everybody staring at me? Yeah. More than 40 Vault defeated. 360 points in.
Arcanoloth says, I have heard stories yet. But the definition of genocide is removing a group of people that historically lived in an area. You don't have to kill them to do this, just move them or sterilize them or forbid them to speak their language. So for me to say, well, they should keep their legs shut as a group so there are less brown people is just as bad as what China is doing to the Uyghurs.
Well, I mean, like, everybody in general. Not just a certain type of people. One of those whole things like, don't they know what causes that situation? But like I'm saying, my cousin participated, and it's crazy in a way, but I don't know if like she was upset whenever her son had passed away or like whatever. But it's like she saw dollar signs or something whenever he had died, instead of actual tears of sadness. I think that's just my personal opinion of observation. But so many of them, like people come in and they'll have all these kids and they'll just keep telling these kids to shut up and go
says,
on. And
I know you didn't mean it that way, just saying certain other people definitely do mean it that way, and so other people get touchy about that.
Yeah.
Arcanoloth says, everybody just needs to settle down and put away the jump to conclusions, Matt.
Yes. I agree. It's like an example. I was on break one day at work, and I needed to go down the food aisle or whatever to get a can of, like, I think it was maybe some pork and beans, a little tiny 50-cent can, because that's all I could afford that day. And well, I had my name tag on, but it was turned around. I was having on break written on the back of my name tag, and this couple was over there, and I was just waiting for them to move out of the way, because I just walked over there, and they gave me this snarling look or whatever like that. They said, "Stop following us around the store." I'm like, "I'm not following you. I want to get something right here." So I'll purposely, like, if say I have to go down an aisle, and there's anybody down that aisle, I won't go down it. I'm not gonna do it.
Arcanoloth says, I pick up those tiny cans of beans when I walk, wondered who was dropping those.
But like, had to put some stickers out, some price changes, which are happening like every damn week. And if people are down that aisle, that certain spot, I don't want them to think that I'm watching them or anything like that. So I'll just do something else,
Arcanoloth says, yes, same. I go out of my way to maintain social distancing, and watch people for sudden movements.
Yeah.
Murdoch says, Scorp says that, but he has been seen frequently rubbing his pelvis up against women in the ale. Arcanoloth says, most people aren't bothering me, but I maintain my 360 at all times.
Your bubble.
Arcanoloth says, haha.
Don't have anybody invade your bubble. I used to get accused of all sorts of little things early on in retail. There was this one time I was working at Family Dollar. This woman came in and she says, "I need 2 Ds, please." And I said, "2 Ds of what?" She goes, "Well, this thing that I bought, it's a radio, calls for 2D size battery." And I said, "Okay, so a double? Is it a double D or is it just one or like is it three?" And she said, "It's just two." I was like, "Okay." I get her the batteries, and she checks out and leaves. Well, a week later, I found out that she reported me for asking her what her bra size
Arcanoloth
was.
says, "Dwo big DS please." Well, if you insist and you both begin to unzip.
But yeah, she called in on me and said that I was asking her what her bra size was, and that was inappropriate of someone working in the store or something like that. And then some lady accused me of taking her driver's license away from her at the register when I worked at the other building, the other Dollar General. And there's no need for us to ever
Arcanoloth
look at
says,
a driver's
haha.
license. Because, like at the store I'm at now,
Arcanoloth says, someone was looking for a settlement.
I guess so.
Murdoch says, and then you say, she grabbed your wand and said stick in my ass right here right now.
Whitney. But at the store I'm at now, so this store sells alcohol and tobacco products, right? So we do have to see an ID every time someone purchases. But at the previous store that I was at, we couldn't sell it there. And so there was no need to ever see anyone's license. And if anyone ever got any like medication
says,
or something.
I am lucky. I have forgot my ID so many places and nice people phones me to give it back. I like nice people.
Nice. So that's pretty good. Alright, I think I did that. But so there was no reason to get this lady's license or something like that. So she calls in on me, says that I grabbed her license out of her hand to use it for whatever, and then like just threw it back down in front of her. And they said, "Well, when did this happen?" or something. They got the exact day and stuff when I was working. The manager goes back and looks on the video. Never once did I get anyone's license for anything. She says, "Well, they don't see him on camera doing that." I said, "Okay, thank you." We get shit like that all the time, though. Like people just making up bullshit, especially on those surveys that we have people do. If they don't get their way, they'll get their way.
Arcanoloth says, he stole my wallet. Also he grabbed his junk and made a rude noise. I may be entitled to financial compensation.
No doubt. We get people that, not so much that, but they'll just make up bullshit just so they can get like a gift card or some shit.
Arcanoloth says, some people need a new hobby. Pro tip, harassing service workers is not a valid hobby. Murdoch says, you always have the funny work stories. When I stream I don't have good stories.
I don't mean them to be funny, it's just stuff that happens. Jeff Foxworthy always said true stuff is the funniest. Just life experiences mostly, if you call it a life. Retail. I don't know. I'm pretty much
Arcanoloth says,
weird observer.
True. Can't make this shit up.
Right. But Bob Lazar can about UFOs. No. No. It's like this other day, I'm standing there at the like doing the main register, checking people out. Behind me is the tobacco case where the cigarettes and stuff are. And this guy, he comes in and he says, "I need a pack of cigarettes." I'm like, "Okay, which ones?" He goes, those short ones back there." And he points directly behind me, and behind me were like the menthol Marlboros or whatever like that. The light. He said, "I want the lights of those." And I said, just the lights? Because I didn't know where he was actually looking. So I pointed at the actual lights. And he says, no, not those. Those over there. So I pointed at them like the short menthol lights. And he says, no, not those. And I said, okay. He said, go one down from that. And I said, this one? He goes, yeah, those shorts there. I pick it up. I said, these are longs. He goes, so y'all are out of shorts? And I said, no, the ones above it are short. He goes, oh, well, yeah. And I said, yeah, I pointed at those earlier. He goes, yeah, I want those. It's like, okay. And I said, you want a menthol light? He says, yeah. Because he didn't say that. These people. They'll just point and click and add ES or whatever it is. Be more specific. And you got some of those that come in don't know what the hell they ever want ever. They'll come and go, I was just in here yesterday and y'all had this sitting over here. Why'd y'all move it? Like, it's still there. No, it ain't. And you go over there and you point at it and goes, oh yeah, there it is. You're like, uh-huh. And apology, y'all keep moving stuff around in here. Y'all shit. So I tell them I ain't moved nothing. I always complain about my milk thing too,
Arcanoloth says, yup. They have all day to get where they are going in their life in the slow lane, so they assume everyone else is the same. You try to hurry them along and it's like, what's the big hurry? Arcanoloth says, like the hobbits in The Lord of the Rings, trying to get the tree ents to go to war.
It turns into a struggle sometimes, Especially since we only have it's a 30 seconds to deal with each customer on the sales floor. And you can't talk to people or whatever whenever you're checking them out because you don't want to turn into a conversation. And then people are getting ignored because they think they need to be the center of the universe or whatever. It's crazy. Or you have to give them instructions on how to swipe their card in the machine and when they can or if they can insert it and whatever. I'm thinking to myself, you've come in here several hundred times already and done the exact same thing every single day. Yet you still need me to tell you every day how to do this one thing. Why and what the hell? I even had some little old lady the other day who I've checked out on the register many times, like forever. Okay, I just got there. I didn't clock in yet because I was early. So I just kind of stood there and...
Murdoch says, do you help customers use the restroom, operate the toilet or their buttholes?
Well, I have to help them open the door to the bathroom because they don't understand instructions. But I was standing there next to the assistant. We were going into the office because she wanted me to count watch her count the drawer down, and count it up for me. And this little old lady says, "Do you work here?" To me, I'm like, "Yes." She goes, well, "Where's your crackers at?"
At Murdoch's, haha.
And I said, "Well, the crackers are right down there, or whatever." She goes, "Okay, thank you." And I looked at the assistant and said, "Do I work here? Have I checked her out before?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "I know, right?" She asked if I worked there. But, elderly, I don't know. Now, the doors typically at Dollar General are auto-lock doors, to where you just insert the key and turn the key and push the door. But nobody can seem to figure this out, because the handle doesn't turn, it stays locked on the outside. However, over the years, people do force it to open, They'll turn it so hard they break the lock, but it's just crazy. We'll get people over there and they'll say, "This damn door won't open up." And we leave the key in the door on a little scrub brush that's attached to a little some yarn or whatever, not yarn, but a nylon rope. And so it always stays in the door. They'll go over there to the door, they'll look down at the handle, and they'll come to us. They'll say, "Yeah, I need the key to y'all's bathroom." We're like,
Murdoch
it's
says,
in the door.
Ain't that something?
I say, it's in the door. He goes, "Oh, okay." They'll go over there. 2 minutes later, they go, "How you open this thing?" I said, "Just turn the key, keep it turned, and push the door." They go, "Okay." They'll turn the key, let go of the key, and then try to move the handle. I'm like, did you not hear the instructions? I had this look from this kid the other day. I swear. We told him several times how to open the door. And this lady says, "Could you go help my son open the restroom door? He doesn't know how." And I walked over there. I turned the key just barely, and I just push on the door, and he gives me this go to hell look. I'm like, I did it. I did just right by that. Love it. That's why I keep telling
Murdoch
everybody.
says, they remove the handle from the door and give it to you, asking how to open the door.
Right. One of those Far
Arcana
Side
Loath
things.
says, haha.
Yeah, have you ever seen those Far Side shirts or little like drawings and stuff where it says
Arcana
something,
Loath says, tales from customer service.
right? It's like the picture. It's got this guy pushing on the door and it says pull, and it says something whatever school for the gifted. That's kind of how it just feels sometimes. Like we had some teenager one time run into the doors and bust them open. Even though they're open doors, they'll open as you get close to them. But he was not paying attention and walking too fast or something and ran right into them. And they're breakaway doors, so if there's ever an emergency, you can open them like manual doors. And whenever he hit it, he was just staring at his phone, and he didn't even acknowledge that he had run into anything. He just kept going. He just
Arcana
went, pow!
Loath
He just kept
says,
going.
that is hilarious.
Or we'll have people. It'll be like cold one day or whatever, or be hot and it's cooler outside, so we'll manually open the door and turn the door off so the power is off to the front door. And people will come and say, "What's wrong with y'all's door? Is it broken?" Like, no, we have it switched
Murdoch
off.
says, I'm at 63 fragments.
Cool, you're getting there. I bet you're gonna get an awesome purple duty officer. You just hang in there, bud. I don't remember what Ox was telling me or yesterday about the duty officer, the purple. He said something about a VR purple one you can get, whatever that is. And it's like you just keep going for a purple one all the time, and eventually I guess you get a good one. Just that would just bother me having to do that over and over. I barely can.
Arcana Loath says, VR is very rare, so purple.
Oh, you mean? Oh, he meant that. Okay, so he didn't mean like a virtual reality. I'm kidding. Yeah. I think it's random though. It doesn't give you an actual one that you're guaranteed. So you'll probably be getting like a junky one. Am I the only one capturing over here?
Arcana Loath says, UR is ultra rare, gold is epic.
Yeah. Goiled. So yeah. Murdoch, since you're in music, do you know any songs that go on a bongo? Just keep with the beat of something? Gee, I wonder when I'll get a chance to play it. My stepdad's son gave it to me. He said he was in South Texas, Houston, Texas, I think, and he saw a bongo for real cheap and thought that I would want it. So I have a bongo now. I feel like Ricky Ricardo. Yay. Something I've always needed. So there it sits in my room on the floor. Just there. To bongo. Man, I want to watch a movie.
Murdoch says, yeah, that's cool. Are the heads in tune?
Well, I don't know. It's just a bongo or a drum. I don't know like what's the difference between. It's a single thing, so it's not like a dual thing or anything like that. So I don't know if that's an actual bongo or whatever. He called it a bongo when he showed it to me. It looks like something Ricky Ricardo would play out on stage. Damn it! I'm looking for an instrument.
Murdoch says, just look up videos on YouTube. How to play bongo.
Yeah, it's a tall one.
Murdoch says, use your hands, don't hit them with a drumstick.
Let's see. Copy image link. It looks like, if this is going to work.
Scorpwana says, https://media.istockphoto.com/photos/gem drum picture ID 1849458834, K equals 20 and M equals 1849458834 and S equals 612x612 and W equals 0 and H equals GYIBXA8 WIP Fitchkig Mitchell 6 Hilo 09 VSDA 6 PJ5 oidi equals.
That's it. Did I hear Halo in there? It's that. It looks just like that, except there's a
Murdoch
little bit more
says,
design on it.
oh, that's not a bongo.
Oh, okay. It's the thing. It's a big thing. Big drum.
Arcanoloth says, neat.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, though.
Murdoch says, those are nice, that's an African drum.
Sweet! I can call the tribes. I got it in Houston, Texas. So yeah, I never know when I'm going to be pounding the drum. He walked up to me and he said, you know, every man needs to bang to his own drum. And so I thought about you when I saw this in Houston, Texas the other day. I was like, okay. All right. I don't care. Whatever. And he said, I can go out there and get my guitar and we can form a band or something. I'm like, yeah, and no. Bink. So if I start playing on it, can I call up the tribes of yesterday's past? Ooh.
Murdoch says, it will have more bass, still they'll want to make sure the head is in tune. Only a drum person would know how to tune it. I would take it to a music store, a big one like Sam Ash or Guitar Center, and ask if someone would check to make sure it's in tune, but it most likely is.
I mean, it's just it's like
Murdoch says,
something
so
stretched.
how did you get the drum again? Someone stole it and said, hey, can you hold this for me?
No. No, my stepbrother was in Houston, Texas, and he saw the drum and he said he thought of me when he saw it, so he bought it for cheap. And maybe I should check the bottom of it and see if it's got a hidden compartment that it's got some stash of something. I don't know. He said he played it, like walking around.
Murdoch says, that's cool, man.
That's cool, man. Well, what the hell? I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'll probably just put it in the back room with all the other shit that's back there. Damn it. Science, okay. Medical? No. Okay, there. And right there. Okay, good. I was trying to take a nap today. My mom came and woke me up. She said, hey, I don't know what's going on. My computer just started playing music by itself somehow. And I was like, okay. So I go in there and it's playing like this gospel-y church yelling music or something. And I look around and I'm thinking, I don't know what this is. I don't know how you got it playing. And she had Facebook up. I closed
Murdoch
it all down.
says, it can be relaxing. Best thing to do is first watch some YouTube videos on it. I think that drum is called Casa Gem. Murdoch says, https://www.youtube.com/watch v equals jfns0z2 do ps.
Control copy. Paste. File save. Saving links. Maybe I should make a thing, script something that to where the bot catches links and puts them into a text file. Yeah, I can do that. I mean, I've already made a scene script. I can do that too. But I went into the on her computer.
Murdoch says, once you get the basics, look up online metronome on Google and run a beat at medium tempo, then try to match that beat with alternating hands and then start to subdivide the beat. Arcanoloth says, oh yeah, this dude just smoked a fat blunt right before he pressed record.
But I went in there and I turned off her browser and stuff. And she has that telegraph thing that all these QAnon people use or some shit.
Murdoch says, so 1 hit per beat, 2 hits per beat, 3 hits per beat.
Is it like that song that you know that guy, that blind dude, which is really catchy. I've always kind of been intrigued by other music from around the world, though. You know, beats and
Murdoch
things.
says, yeah, what is Telegram? Heard about it.
It's
Arcanoloth says, Telegram? Yeah, lots of people use Telegram, including Russians and cannons.
QAnon. Yes, she got into that, and she's like, they sometimes have videos that they play on there live or whatever, and about the movement or whatever kind of shit. And people post articles about conspiracy stuff on it or whatever. She had it on her tablet one time, but it took up so much damn memory that I got rid of it off of there. And then she put it on a computer and she sits in front of it.
Arcanoloth says, it's encrypted, so it can't be taken down, so it's full of people that got banned from other platforms for various reasons.
And I think it started playing this weird Jesus-y music today.
It has sub-communities for anything you want to discuss.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay, Archer's next. But I ended like something in the taskbar today. It was something to do with the audio thing, and it stopped it. I said, "You sure nothing's loaded up?" She says, "Yeah, nothing's loaded up." And I check over there to the time, and show all the stuff that's loaded up. And I said, "Your telegraph thing is loaded." Oh, I thought I closed that off. That may have been what it was.
Arcanoloth says, so you could go on there and discuss basket weaving, but if a end techie is using it, yeah, it's props canon or white supremacy stuff.
It's insane. My mom says, you should put that on your computer and look at all that stuff on there. You probably find it interesting. I'm like, no, thank you. I should have said, we just turn the volume down. Wait, let me make sure everybody's going to come out of here okay. Trip, come on, Trip. Come on, Trip. There you are. There you
go. Arcanoloth says, you can be explicitly pro-white nationalism and not get banned from Reddit. You have to go around personally harassing people with pictures of nooses to get banned.
Ugh. I don't even know how to tie a noose. A noose? Anus. A noose. You have an anus? Yes.
Arcanoloth says, So imagine the kinds of people that simply cannot follow the rules on Reddit or 4chan or FB, that's Telegram, at least the English section.
So it's like a little cult. Cult that thinks believing whatever they believe is true. Just like biblical shit. Bum ba dum ba dum bum. Guess I probably could check her computer for viruses or some shit. There's no telling. Or malware. It's just got the basic Windows crap on
Arcanoloth
it.
says, Russian section is people using it as nextdoor/backpage/FB community for what's actually happening, not what the Kremlin says is happening.
The Kremlin? Rubble, rubble.
Arcanoloth says, really depends on what you subscribe to.
Yeah, hers was when Trump was still in office, and this stuff about child trafficking and people cloned, and they actually got killed or whatever, and are in Guantanamo or something, and their clone is running around, or I don't know. She's like, no, they really died like 2 years ago, and their clone's been the one that's been the social whatever. I'm like, okay, sure, all right. Yeah. Biden's a clone. That's why his mind's all messed up. Okay, yeah. Hillary Clinton's a clone because she's been in the hospital. I was like, okay. Well. All right. Some guy came from a religious cult and started up his own religious cult.
Arcanoloth says, yup, everyone who disagrees with me is a rapist and eats babies is literally the Nazi playbook.
But you are different than I am, so let's go to war.
Murdoch says, I have this friend that keeps texting BS from a site I don't trust. I think he may be canon or whatever, sometimes he is right about stuff but often his sources are trash. His answer is the liberal media is biased, which can be true, but I told him two wrongs don't make a right. He should study logic fallacies.
You don't look, you couldn't. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. She subscribed to this guy that, like I said, he came from a cult, realized that he was in a cult, so he got out of it when he could. Then he started up this whole thing and said he's
Arcanoloth
a
says,
psychic.
I'm watching a series set during the 30s, and the British fascists are having rallies, doing salutes where they pledge Parish Judah in private, and say something different in public.
Yeah, hypocrites. Ballroom Flores. But this guy who is a self-proclaimed psychic, which none of the stuff he's ever predicted's come true. He's not asked for money, so I guess that's a good thing. He predicted that Donald Trump would go back into office back in April of the 2020, and then like August of 2020, and none of which ever happened. She said, yeah, he's really running the country. They're just letting Biden and all of them think they're running it, and they're not really making decisions, and that the White House is actually in Los Angeles and some soundstage over there. I was like, all right. Okay. And they'll have those pictures of like Biden with his earlobes situation, where it's not attached but it's attached, and one of the pictures is of course from like 20 years ago when he was younger, and the other one is like
Murdoch
another
says,
day.
yeah, that is the kind of stupid shit I am talking about.
Yeah, There are people out there, man. There are people out there.
Arcanoloth says, I love how these people repackaged all the old conspiracy theories into new ones that are actually the same idea.
Yeah. Something too about
Arcanoloth says,
uh,
Q is like the final boss of conspiracy theories.
something. John F. Kennedy's little brother's still alive and never really died, and he's been working with Trump to overtake the corrupt government or something like that. I'm like, so I asked my mom. I said, so is Trump aware that he's doing this? She gives me that little go to hell look. It's like that cargo container situation that happened, you know. She was like, "Oh, that's child trafficking. They're searching each one of those for children, and they're finding some in there." And I said, "How long have they been in there?" She goes, "Oh, for a while." And I said, "Well, how the hell do they go to the bathroom? What do they eat?" She's like, "Well, I don't know." And then there was something about like the COVID tests containing AIDS virus, and uh, and that COVID wasn't real. You know, they're just putting something in there to make people
Arcanoloth says,
sick.
Trump has been asked many times about Q, and he deliberately dodges the question while winking because he loves to troll the media, been doing it for decades. Arcanoloth says, OFC Anons take that as proof.
But she is this psychic dude or whatever it is um says that there's no such thing as coronavirus, but in the tests and whatever they're actually putting the virus in the test so people get it. And I was like, well, if it
Arcanoloth
doesn't
says,
exist, how are they getting it?
one time he said I don't know much about Q, but I hear they don't like pedophilia, is that a good thing or a bad thing, to make the interviewer stumble.
Q, we're here. Q. More than 20 Voth defeated. Yay. Oh boy. Good thing I designed all these characters around not having shields. Yeah. But yeah, my mom's kind of stopped telling me all about what they keep saying about this, what they keep saying about that. I don't even watch the news anymore. Well, I won't even know what the temperature's going to be the next day. I don't even think the world does, though. Hoot! Aha! Oh. Hey! Oh. Acquiring in there. She really hated it whenever I like disproved a lot of stuff
Arcanoloth
on
says,
Facebook.
Trump is exactly the sort of candidate that internet trolls like. You can sit around all day and debate if he is in on whatever today's joke is or not, but him and the image board posters are playing the same way with different stakes.
It's like this past year, it was supposed to be these medical beds that were supposed to sort of reset you into a healthy version of yourself or whatever. Like it would remove like all the heart disease and all the like cancers and stuff and whatever, you know, from your body and rejuvenate you, get rid of like, you know, any problem you had, you know, based off of some sort of
Murdoch says,
technology.
tomorrow will be a warm 8000 K after Putin launches all his ICBMs.
Nice. Then we'll have a nuclear winter to cool things back down. uh yeah. Putin be putting it on him. Because Biden can't stop Putin. Change character.
Murdoch says, did you see the Arnold Schwarzenegger video?
I haven't
Arcanoloth
watched
says,
any videos.
I love how China tried to stay neutral until Putin asked for aid, then Biden called to say any company that sells to Russia gets sanctioned, and China put out a statement calling for peace.
If that's what you posted, I did not watch it because I'm not watching anything during the stream.
Murdoch says, LOL.
We China, we do this, we do that. Do what we do, or else you get the boss, you see. Oh, no, we not do that. No. Your opinion's bigger than ours.
Arcanoloth says, at Murdoch's the pump, it's like coming.
Like. Weird. Is anti-aliasing not on? Yeah. VSync's not though. It's kind of ridgy. Oh well. Events. I'm gonna do counterpoints. I haven't done that one in a while.
Arcanoloth says, the business of China is business. If they can sell some leftover stuff to Russia and get rock bottom prices on oil and gas, hey, it's free real estate. But they are not about to stick their head into a beehive.
So is all that kind of falling apart on Putin then? Putin? He'd be Putin, yo. He'd be Putin. Farting. They call him Dolly Farting. Earring. Earring. Warning, ship is on top of attack. We're entering Earth's gravity, Captain! Don't worry, we'll hit the collision box. Oh, we did it. Yay. I wish they'd make it where you can go to the moon. That would be cool. That would be cool.
Arcanoloth says, it's interesting, cause if you look at it from a realist perspective in the Poliskis sense of the word, what Putin is doing is accelerating the transformation of Russia into a vassal of China.
For China. They're gonna have some shitty walls. He's turned
Murdoch
into
says, I was referring to Arnold's video to the people of Russia. It was pretty good, good for him. Arcanoloth says,
Governor.
so it's clear that Putin does not care at all about the Russian economy.
He putting it off. That's an interesting ship. Where's the rest of it? I'm so used to symmetricals.
The station is under heavy attack.
Station's under heavy attack. Here, boy. Dum ba dum dum dum, stum ba dum dum, stum ba dum dum, pumpity pump. Shum dumpity dum dum. PS. Fire. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Murdoch says, Putin has an old world perspective, which goes like, the Russian are a tough people, they don't need Western comforts or anything for that matter. Their greatest honor should be to die for their country.
Well, we could always send Arnold's, not Arnold,
Terrans are creating
Sylvester Stallone over there to fight their toughest warrior in the boxing ring. Oh, I did it, okay.
Deep Space Nine is under attack.
I don't know how to read too good, you know? I don't read too good.
Arcanoloth says, Putin recently put out a reading list, and it's heavy on some real deep cuts. No modern economists or thinkers on there at all. Murdoch says, but he isn't being honest with the people and many of them know this. Hopefully they find a way to get rid of him.
Cut the head off and then another head grow back situation. Cut the penis off and never get another one. Oh my god. We'll cut the penis off and attach vagina.
Arcanoloth says, one of the writers he is quoting from believed the world is born into chaos, and a strong man is needed to impose order, often through violence.
That's an oxymoron. We will make it better by making it worse. People only remember the way it is because history's been written by the winners.
Arcanoloth says, so he is exactly the sort of man you would expect to rise through the ranks of what happened in the 90s.
Kaboom. Ow, got hit in the ass. Oh no, we're burning. We're venting atmosphere, Captain. We're venting atmosphere, Captain. Captain. What the fuck, Captain?
Arcanoloth says, what's really striking about that book wreck though, is that writer said Ukraine was always a part of Russia, and if you see evidence that it wasn't, well that's enemy propaganda. Murdoch says, where do I turn in my fragments for the duty officer? Arcanoloth says, he said we see the past through a dark, shattered piece of glass, and the glass must be made whole before we can understand.
Are you Fed or Klingon under that character? If Federation, in front of the main building, but toward the
Murdoch
water.
Says, Fed.
Yeah, there's a guy standing over by the water's edge
Arcanoloth says,
next to the main building.
So that's a convenient narrative for people who want to ignore all the historical evidence that contradicts their argument.
I think he's also like standing next to some sort of plaque or whatever. He's on the outside.
Murdoch says, Professor Neil Meyer.
I have no idea. He's some guy standing next to the building, close to the water. Probably a bunch of people going to be standing over there talking to him or whatever. He'll have like a thing above his head, you know, like an indicator thing. South on the map. I think the most south on the outside.
Murdoch says, there is a console that says recruit.
Console that says recruit?
Murdoch says, next to him. Arcanoloth says, it's amazing how people can say thousands of words that make no sense, and it can all be summarized as if you disagree with me I will hit you in the head until you stop resisting.
Stop resisting! Stop resisting! I'm not resisting! Stop resisting! Fire! Fire, Captain, fire! Fire! I don't remember. I think you talk to the dude, then you go over to a console that's there, and you get your little cadet or whatever it is to go around with you and do shit, and then collect all that bullshit, you know, and then after you're done, you go back over there to dude and.
Murdoch says, I never got a cadet.
No, you don't have to get one to like start collecting. You can collect anytime. Just to turn
Murdoch
in the
says,
collections.
but have the fragments.
Yeah, but to turn in all that, you have to talk to the dude first, like the guy that's responsible for the collecting of the fragments, so that you initiate that whole
Murdoch
trade.
says, okay, got it.
Yeah, but you can keep collecting during the whole event. You don't have to like. Repent, come on.
We've conquered everyone else in our reality. You're too far.
Beam down team, buddy.
The Emperor. Crush.
We crush you. The warp thing is not okay.
Murdoch says, so I got a projectile weapons officer, space, they are cheap and I didn't need him lol.
There you go. Well, that's random for you. Try again. We put that back on there. I don't know why. Crash reporter. Yay, the game crashed. Nice. Cryptic crashed. Restart. Yes, restart. Trick
Murdoch
online.
says, welcome to Stowe. Cheap rewards for grindy missions.
That's damn right. She's a maniac on the floor. There's been people reporting that crashes. I didn't think I'd be one of the people, though. I just wanted to see the difference.
Arcanoloth says, I would not grind the Academy fragments specifically, the exchange is full of doffs if I need them.
Well, I just thought it was something to do to say, hey, I did this. I did it last time it was around. Got the purple duty officer. This is to experience all of it. I told Murdoch about it, so now he's done it. Even though it's a complete waste of time, right?
Murdoch says, it would be cool if I could get Borg doffs.
Yeah, that would be nice. Or just have a Borg crew on a Borg ship. Oh, wow, I'm back? Now, was it because I was trying to change something? And it didn't like that.
Arcanoloth says, if you enjoyed the Academy mission, sure, go for it.
Connect 4. Beam up team, buddy.
Arcanoloth says, I buy security officers and projectile doffs from Omega Rep if I need them for active duty. Murdoch says, boring.
I just wish you could change the default uniform of all the crew on your ship. Like, you know, the duty officers and stuff like that. Where whenever you have to summon down, like, security, they'd be wearing your uniform, you know? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean. You know what I mean? That's one of the Jason Statham words. You know what I mean? That's what Kevin Pollak said is the one word you want to use for, if you want to use the one word thing to impersonate Jason Statham. It's do you know what I mean is one word. Yeah, I mean. And of course, let's see, what is it? Liam Neeson is banana. 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 You can't get it wrong. It's fine. Comedians, man. Comedians. 2 more days until Shatner's birthday, everybody. Yay for fake weapon fire. I had what factor this. I had what factor
Murdoch
that.
says, Arcanoloth is that new section 31 in a lockbox?
Fire. 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 Section 31. Section 31. Oh. Fire. Here work factor 1. Here work factor 2.
Arcanoloth says, S31 Dread is promo tier.
Promo.
We're reading an energy surge.
We're reading an energy surge. Oh, let me get up here for the photo.
Arcanoloth says, https://www.archimes.com/n/game/Star Trek Online/news.
Nice, I was right in front of
Murdoch
him.
says,
It's a good picture.
opening promo boxes is worse than opening up lock boxes. Murdoch says, you get trash.
Nah, you get the excitement.
Arcanoloth says, yeah no, don't open promos.
It's the anticipation. That's what Spock says.
Arcanoloth says, if you wanted a promo ship, price check it on market and buy with EC.
Or get it the way that you got one ship because it wasn't on the exchange. That thing. Yay, random follow. I love it whenever it does that to the ship. It randomly follows, Captain.
Murdoch says, I've made that mistakes and literally donated $100 to Stowe and got nothing, so bad.
Dude. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. Dude. Fire.
Arcanoloth says, be aware that some may go for more than 2 BEC so they may not be listed on exchange. Then you have to check trade channels.
You haven't seen the last of me.
Dude, she never said it once. I didn't hear her repeat herself. That's one of those. Oh yeah, you talked about that the other day, right?
The mirror universe.
That she doesn't repeat herself with all that junk anymore.
Arcanoloth says, yeah you open boxes, you can spend thousands and get nothing you want, at least if you convert cash to EC you know the price up front.
Tearing it up, they tearing it up, they
Arcanoloth says, I heard counterpoint got adjusted yet.
She didn't repeat herself. I missed that for some reason. Now you know the power of the payment here. Damage. We see damage. We here. But you know the power of the payment here. Pum pa-dum, pum pa-da-da-dum, ba-dum.
Arcanoloth says, no more Lita's Wild Ride.
Cancel that one. Cancel withdrawal. 24,000 and Gary the Klingon. Because the other ones don't have shit. Nice traditional Trek moment there. Gary the Klingon wins. I didn't get a chance to play any today. Since I was told to wake up early to visit with people that were going to be over here and stuff. Then I did try to take a nap, and they're like, no, you can't take a nap. We won't let you. You're not supposed to take a nap, you bastard. What? Deal disruptor damage ground enemies. Deal Tetrion damage space. Son of a bitch. I'd already done that.
Arcanoloth says, Stuff on the Angs.
Stuff and things. Stuff. He shows his stuff and things. His stuff here. What weapons did I keep?
Arcanoloth says, Tetrian space is a fun one.
Yeah, it's too bad I probably don't have any Tetrion weapons because I need to do it with this character. Son of a bitch. Bello, bello, bello. Bello. I can't remember what I made before and kept in the bank.
Murdoch says, so they revamped Intel skills.
They're multiplying.
Arcanoloth says, does not have to be elite ready, just something slapped together.
Slapped.
Murdoch says, so surgical strike is good now, I plan on doing a build around it.
Surgical strike. Yes, you've been talking to those higher ups there with all that techno babble. Well, it's a good thing I don't understand that techno babble.
Arcanoloth says, I have a T5 Tholian ship with beams on my Fedrom, one Argala run and done. Murdoch says, not in a while though, so don't know the dirty on it.
Don't know the dirty.
Arcanoloth says, at Murdoch's yet, interesting option for hulls with CMDR ranking /Intel. I may swap on my leg fed dread.
Anti-proton, okay. Let's see. R&D. We'll go for stuff is disruptor damage, right? Like that on my ship. My shit. My shit up.
Murdoch says, anyone down for some crondoms?
Crandoms. Well, I would be, but me have to build my ship here for Tetrion, for the Klingon. Let's see, weapon power setting. Disruptor. Damn it. I guess it doesn't matter then, does it? Shit. Okay. So let me see. The buffalo roam in the yellow plain. Showed me her discouraging word.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, just pick dual beam banks or dual heavy cannons.
Dual.
Murdoch says, eventually you need to trade those tactical consoles for fleet locators for the crit, makes a big difference.
Well, yeah.
Arcanoloth says, buy some cheap stuff from exchange, slap it on, run Argala. Arcanoloth says, at Murdoch's long-term goal yet.
Yeah, I'd first have to go into a fleet that has that, the ability, because this fleet is still 0, and all of the armadas are, well, that one, okay, fleet level's 3 now on that one. Total members 10, 22, 4. 4, and it's got level 3? What the fuck? You have like a one with 22 people. Total members. Wow. Armada level. Alliance. So yeah, I won't have that for a damn long time. If I stay in this fleet.
Murdoch says, it's not hard to get them though, just do it when you can, one at a time here and there, eventually you will have them all. Every bit more crit you can get will further the grind on that ship.
Yeah. It's just hard whenever it's not unlocked
Murdoch
because
says,
it's at level 0.
but yeah, they need to be available with a fleet.
Yeah. I mean, I've got like enough fleet credits to get me started on that and dilithium. I'd have to just go to a fleet that has the stuff that I need. But, you know, jumping, say if I got out of this fleet, I mean, already, like, I'm at lieutenant on this fleet, which is buying stuff. And commander, the information, let's see. I just have to have 250,000 fleet credits to be, and I'm almost there for that, so. But then if this fleet ever takes off, if I stay in it, I'll be able to do a bunch of stuff with it, Because I think it's exciting to see a fleet like that. Because I know it's going to take forever to get it built up, but it's just something about it. How much stuff do I have?
Murdoch says, you need to get more people in your fleet to help you grind it.
Well, it's not my fleet, it's someone else's. But I understand what you're saying, yeah. I mean, this, we've already got, or they've already got, let me just say, does it say how many people are in here? Let me go to the
Murdoch says,
roster.
but if they don't have a place to drop their marks, then that sucks for them.
Right. 22 in this thing they call a fleet. It just said started up. I've never been in a fleet where it just starts up either. So that's an experience. I've been in a failing fleet with my main character, but it's building. I mean, I've helped push it along a little bit myself there. And I can move any one of my Federation officers into it and level them straight up and allow them to do whatever in it. And nobody's the wiser because nobody gives a
Murdoch
shit.
says, you guys down for some randoms?
I would be, but I gotta build this ship up. If this ship had the Tet going on, I'd do that. How much do exchange? And what are they called for this? For Tetrion? Consoles. Tetrion. Pulse generators. Pulse generator.
Murdoch says, okay fine, fuck your ship then, just joking.
It's okay.
Smiley face.
Dude, yeah, tell me whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's see, buy, damn it. Inventory full, because I'm stupid. Damn it. Oi, you doing here, you filming some bitch. Oi. Yay, purchased. Yay, I purchased it. Yay, purchased. Reputation. What am I doing that for? No reason. I've already gotten lost with what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Belch. What's that? Looks Tetrianush. Hey, okay. I've got something. I guess it's a good thing to keep a bunch of random shit you kind of get, right? That's
Murdoch
still
says,
broken.
did you get those consoles at the dollar store?
Probably. If I did, they'd have the DG mark on them. They got to label everything. Remember, I love the stuff there at the store where it's like
Murdoch says,
switch and save.
LOL.
It'll say like switch to our brand and save, but it won't have the name brand. It'll just have the Dollar General brand. Like you're not really giving somebody a choice. What the hell are you talking about? Get back to work, you slave. I need to access the bank again. Bank account, though, because I want to put those in there to get them out of there. I want to convert these into manuals just to see who I can give them to in my own people, but you can't do that still because it's broken. It's broke. It's broken. It's not working anymore. It is dead. It has ceased to be. Oh, it's done? Yeah.
Murdoch says, time me off pep, time me off pep.
Time me off, Pep. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Damn it. starts with one fish. You don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. There was someone else on the forums talking about how some of their ground equipment is ending up inside of their space tray at the bottom. I just wonder, like, if that's why the other day I had the one little ship or whatever was in my space tray when I was in Space Battle, and it was not available to highlight or anything, but it was blah 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 blah. It was intriguing to see it there. It was intriguing to see it anywhere. Okay, I need one more something. Reputation. Application. Detention. We're getting another beam. How many more? 1, 2. 1 e 2. Alright. Make sure. I'm going about this slow. I'm starting to get groggy in the head. Always groggy in the head, though. I can't keep track of shit anymore. Not even when I went to shit. I feel like this Jim Hadar right here. Account bank. We don't need that. We just need the bank, Captain. Disruptor. Yeah. Put that there. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get out there into a battle somewhere. Wait a minute. Dude's got a pot belly. So yeah, now I think I'm ready for him to go into a battle, even though he's building 3 minutes for that. Beam to shit, yep.
Murdoch says, at Arcanoloth went into Timeo Flirk mode.
Timeo Flirk. Timeo Flirkin, Flirkin at Timeo, Timeo Flirkin. Timeo River. Not now, damn it. Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a mechanic. Jim, I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. He never said, damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor. Everyone thinks he said it, but he did not say it. Badlands are just right there. Let's do that. Oh, I hit a planet. Now let's make it look like we're running. See, it's like its little arms are moving back and forth on the little screen there. Cardassia sector. Let's go to Cardassia Prime. How about no? We can visit the star, but nothing will happen. Well, damn it to shit. Enter the Badlands. Huh. Up here.
Arcanoloth says, BRB.
BRB, bathroom break. Gotcha. Bad moon horizon. There's a bathroom on the right. Click, click, boom. There is a bathroom on the right. I see a bathroom of rising. I see bathrooms everywhere. They have bathrooms in the toilet. There's a bathroom on the right. Come on, guy, I need you. 1 minute. 1 minute though. Un minuto, por favor. Hello, one minuto, por favor. I get the feeling since I'm going to be doing the endeavors on this Klingon, I should probably like turn it into like how my main is, where I have an energy type of each one. There is a bathroom on the right. What if I don't want to shut him down?
Shut down, 2/3 complete. Watch out. The Terra Nebula class science vessel will use repulsors to keep you away from the satellite.
Remember yesterday, I don't know if I got it. Well, no, I wasn't filming that early. But when I entered the Badlands as this character, I heard Lita say, "Repairs complete." And that was it. I was like, where the hell did that come from? What in the hell was that, boys? What the hell is that, buddy? Huh? What you talking about, buddy? Boy, I told you, son. I told you. If I ain't told you once, I ain't told you several times, boy. You coming over that one, boy. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Yay for Tetrion. Yes. Okay, I need more ships to destroy. Where am I at on this? Because I can't see it because of my chat box in the way. 66? That's not 68? Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. No. It's like I'm shooting spider webs. Spider-Man lives on the bottom of trash cans. Spider-Man's lives underneath rocks as fast as he can. Maybe I should have gone for like cannon Tetrion, since I have cannon shit right there. But I didn't. I'm stupid. I'm a Marin. How are you? Oh, I'm a Marin too. How are you, buddy? There is the bathroom on the right. I see. Bear moving right there.
Nebula science
I
vessel
see.
incoming. Watch out for
Pepper
repulsor
and way.
beams.
Looks like we're in for the weather. Think I just ate some bad chili. Your stomach's not right.
Murdoch says, you like that Creedence Clearwater, hey?
It's been playing at work because an employee has it, and I've been mocking it. It's like the Bad Moon Rising or whatever song. I'll say, there is a bathroom on the right. Like, yeah, bathroom's right over there. Then I'll hear another employee I'm working with say, stop mocking my music. I can't help, that's what I hear.
Nebula science vessel incoming. Watch out for repulsor beams.
Watch out for repulsor beams, Captain. Watch out for repulsor beams, you dumbass. I still have like a rear turrets or something, right? Right.
Devices in standby mode. Complete the shutdown process.
Devices in standby, waiting to say hi. Did it stop? Hell no, I just
Device
drove by.
shutdown complete. Excellent work.
Excellent work. I can't make it where it speaks when the bot speaks. I want to do that. But accolade complete, powerless. The hopeless, the powerless, in a world of the Knight Rider. World. Drink, 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 drink. Looks like we're in for muddy fuck here. Fuckery. His name is Fuckery, Zachary. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Okay, need to go over here.
Zira, I don't want to hear it. Scorpwana says, yawn.
David, you know what you did, we're going to talk about this right now David.
Zira, hang up the phone, Scorpwana says, yeah David.
You're such a liar David, we're going to talk about this right now David.
Zira, I don't want to hear it. Murdoch says, has Arcano Loth heard this yet lol Zira, please, not right now.
No, David, we're going to talk about this now, you never look at me the way you used to, David, you love that Eva bot more don't you?
I don't think he's heard it yet, no. It's making me think of ideas to, like I was saying earlier, escalate the conversation to where one of them starts talking, then after so long, the woman starts picking up or whatever and starts talking and interrupting or whatever, you know.
The station is drawing power from an auxiliary satellite.
Lay off me Zira, I've had a hard day at work and now I have to do this to help pay the bills, Scorpwana says, HRM Zira, please, not right now.
We're going to talk about that bitch you were with last night David, Scorpwana says, HRM.
And probably put the insults into a random file too. That would probably be funny.
Zira, stop copying what I say, Scorpwana says, Arcano Loth hi.
No, David, we're going to talk about this now, we're going to talk about this right now David.
And kaboom! Kaboom, buddy! File save. And then reload.
Zira, I don't want to hear it. Scorpwana says, test.
David, you know what you did, Scorpwana says, test.
I'm moderating this damn chat, Zira. Scorpwana says, bitch fight Zira, please, not right now.
No, David, we're going to talk about this now, maybe if I were Cortana you'd pay more attention to me David?
Zira, hang up the phone, Murdoch says, David says, you know I love you but I like to surf buttholes, it's in my soul.
We're going to talk about this right now David.
Destroyed. Oh no. Oh no. Destroyed. Oh no. I just wish it was more. The more choices it gets, the more random it gets. So.
Zira, I swear, after this stream. Scorpwana says, David teach that bish a lesson is at that time of the month again Zira?
We're going to talk about that bitch you were with last night David. Maybe if I were Cortana you'd pay more attention to me David?
I can keep going and making more and more and more. I can entertain myself with this shit forever. Oh, we've already
Lay off me Zira, I've had a hard day at work and now I have to do this to help pay the bills. Murdoch says, she keeps saying the same thing is it that time of the month again Zira?
Murdoch says, she keeps saying the same thing.
Yeah, she doesn't have very many random things to say, so it,
Station's metaphasic shields have dropped. Focus fire on the plasma control station.
let's see if we can go back to the loadout.
Hull integrity below 75%.
There we go. Now we're cooking with grease again. Grease. See, for her insults, she's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things that she will say for the message part, and then an insult 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But if you add more, it makes more of a random choice. So I need to add more eventually. I can even probably throw Cortana into it. Go, not leave me out of this or some shit. Save that. File save.
Ship is under attack.
Ship is under attack. Get that damn tag out from under that ship.
Zira, can we not get into this right now? Scorpwana says, yeah.
You're such a liar David. Maybe if I were Cortana you'd pay more attention to me David?
But I'm gonna kill you in fact with me, man.
Rear shields failing.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get out of there.
Lay off me Zira, I've had a hard day at work and now I have to do this to help pay the bills. Scorpwana says, trying to add more Zira, please, not right now.
David, you know what you did. We're going to talk about this right now David.
Zira, I don't want to hear it. Murdoch says, it's a stow drama is it that time of the month again Zira?
You're such a liar David. You never look at me the way you used to, David. You love that Eva bought more don't you?
Let's see. I just keep adding random bullshit that comes into my head. Stow drama. Brought to you by speech to text. Or text to speech.
Zira, can we not get into this right now? Scorpwana says, text to speech bish.
You just wait until after this chat is over, David. You never look at me the way you used to, David. You love that Eva bought more, don't you?
Can even like script in changing little things in between, if you go that far into a lot of that. Let's see. Who else is on this thing? Let's see. Settings, speech and stuff. Speech. Installed voice packs. Pavel. Linda. Linda. Yeah, we'll throw a Linda in there. You can you can cross this stuff up, like split things up and draw from other sources of things. It's so fun.
Zira, hang up the phone. Scorpwana says, fun Zira, please, not right now.
You're such a liar, David. Maybe if I were Cortana you'd pay more attention to me, David?
Lay off me Zira, I've had a hard day at work and now I have to do this to help pay the bills. Scorpwana says, jerking it Zira, please, not right now.
No, David, we're going to talk about this now. Maybe if I were Cortana you'd pay more attention to me, David?
Enemy target uncensored. Personal shield losing power.
The more you add, the better it gets. Have dinner with every meal.
Zira, I don't want to hear it. Scorpwana says, gravy.
No, David, we're going to talk about this now. You never look at me the way you used to, David. You love that Eva bought more, don't you?
Zira, hang up the phone. Scorpwana says, children.
No, David, we're going to talk about this now. I'm not going to stop until we talk, David.
Why doesn't she keep... Blah.
I'm moderating this damn chat, Zira. Scorpwana says, blah, is it that time of the month again Zira?
You're such a liar, David. You never look at me the way you used to, David. You love that Eva bought more, don't you?
I'm moderating this damn chat, Zira. Murdoch says, it needs to be more fucked up Zira, please, not right now.
No, David, we're going to talk about this now. Murdoch says, it needs to be more fucked up.
I'll save. Well, as I play with it more, I can change things up and add to and subtract from and change the Y to I and add a yes. I can have it like start a whole thing. I mean, let it just keep rolling with something. Like the Abbott Costello who's on first.
Zira, hang up the phone. Scorpwana says, who's on first? Just stop please, Zira.
You just wait until after this chat is over, David. You never look at me the way you used to, David. You love that Eva bot more, don't you?
File. Whoops. Save. Reload. Got to reload every time I change something in it. Alright, we need disruptor. There we go. Disruptor. Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew, buddy.
Zira, hang up the phone. Scorpwana says, it's Lisa, isn't it, Zira? Please, not right now.
No, David, we're going to talk about this now. Scorpwana says, it's Lisa, isn't it?
Enemy target on sensor. Personal shield losing power.
There's got to be a better way to make it more random. I'll do that though. I'm modifying the person who owns this as code. Yeah.
I've got a gun, Zira. Now shut the fuck up. Scorpwana says, yeah.
You're such a liar, David. Maybe if I were Cortana you'd pay more attention to me, David?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I can make it escalate, you know, like start out with the male just saying like repeating, and then after between 1 to 10, and on an average, like it chooses from 1 to 10, and if the number hits 6, and after 6 replies, then it'll have her like reply back with something soft, like a soft insult. And then after so many, it increases intensity level, you know, to get up there. And if it's greater than say 50, use foul language or what, you know, something like that. It's what I'm thinking in my head. If I continue to do that, I'll probably just take it out of there, not even play with it though. And have it like a random repeating thing in the background where they just argue and bicker back and forth while, like, just like the script and stuff.
I'm moderating this damn chat, Zira. Murdoch says, you're on the right track. Is it that time of the month again, Zira?
You're such a liar, David. Murdoch says, you're on the right track.
Yeah.
Damage detected.
I used to do shit like that all the time, though, playing with bots and channels.
Shield losing power.
I once had 2 bots going back and forth, just saying random shit, and said, "What the hell are these 2 talking about?" Like, eh. A running punch. We call that a pussy punch. There's another pussy punch. A poo poo punch. A poopy punch. Poppy poops. Need to have a way to turn it on and off by just chat.
Zira, stop copying what I say. Murdoch says, you could even make it very complex, like a detective story. Is it that time of the month again, Zira?
You just wait until after this chat is over, David. we're going to talk about this right now, David.
Yeah, like a detective story. That would be funny. Have it where it coughs in the background. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off though, because it does get annoying after a while. And all I do is comment out 2 lines, and it goes back to normal. Ta-da! Data! Poor little guy's not ready for this. Oh! Hang on. See, for 20 seconds, run speed is 54.4 for 20 seconds. Come on. Come on here. You can keep shooting. There you go. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. No, okay, we're done shooting. We're done. We're done shooting. Let's go back. Come on. I shall go back here. Let's go back here. Kagan the Klingon. See, motion accelerator, 29.6 seconds at 70.8 run speed, just for motion accelerator for a bridge officer. If I turn that in its level, it's like motion accelerator 1 for 29.6 seconds at 70 run. Versus what I have right now, which I can upgrade. It's like motion accelerator 5, eventually what it becomes. And this is only 20 seconds at 58.4? What? How does that not seem to be fair? Uh. Undine, Ukara, Undine, and yeah. I tried to look up how to make it work together with all the voices at once. Sound like the Borg, but I cannot. It seems to want to just do one at a time with the voices. So I looked up like multiple lines of code at once. There's a threading thing and there's something in there to, but I can't get it working. I maybe have to be off of a timer. And then it might stall the whole damn thing out. Stiff. I do have that, right? Yeah, Lorca code. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. And one more day of that, we'll make that one go to 5.
Why'd you watch where you're going, you dumbass? Well, double dumbass on you!
Bit meme. Heading on out to South Park, gonna see if I can't unwind. Friendly faces everywhere, humble folks without temptation. Going down to South Park, gonna leave my world behind. Animal Park, day or night, people shouting, howdy neighbor. Come on down to South Park and meet some friends of mine. 160, that's gonna require, 500, we'll do that. 1604, he's not really gonna mad at this. Alright, there's some more Zen to get for that right there. Right there. I'll tell you that right there. Right there.
Scorpwana says, right there.
Right there. How long have I been recording? I need to find something to eat. Today all I had was just 3 pieces of fried fish. And this little thing that I had here. I want something to snack on, though. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Murdoch says, have you tried the chocolate pangas? Scorpwana says, no captain. Scorpwana says, anal wholesome goodness.
Look at
Murdoch
Walker.
says, how about some fat cow's Angus?
It's what's for dinner. That thing's excited. Look at it. That thing up jumping up and down. Alright. I'm gonna call it a stream. Even though it's non-entertaining and a piece of shit. Done for the day. Nothing to accomplish. Nothing accomplished today at all. Just random bullshit. Bullshit. Thanks for watching and participating and stuff. Everybody, I will. Ooh, Endeavor's blinking. Ooh, nice. Another Endeavor point. Damage resistant space. It's a space. I'm gonna get space first. Space. Yay. 337. Oh, shit. Horse manure. Alright. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna do a 5 counter too. I'm gonna count down 5. From number 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. With the middle finger sticking up, of course.
Murdoch says, okay night P.
Good night, P. P. Night night. Bye, Arcana Love. Bye. Guess the latest is never coming back now. That's sad. Really enjoyed them chatting.